there, I'm Natalie France. Welcome back as always to my YouTube channel, a space completely dedicated to cultivating self-love through the practice of yoga. If you haven't already done so, please do go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit that bell so you get notified each time I upload a new video. Today's session is going to be working your upper body in terms of releasing tension from the shoulders and opening up across the chest, but I'll explain a little bit more about that in just a moment. So welcome back. Like I said, today's session is working on your shoulders, loosen up tension in the shoulders, open up across the chest, all in relation to you being more confident on your journey to self-love. Therefore, allowing you to kind of lead with an open heart, open chest and shoulders back and down so you look more confident in your outer being. But of course, as always, there'll be a little bit of inner work to go with that as well. You're starting here in an extended puppy stretch. Therefore, you want to have your knees directly underneath your hips and start to walk the hands out in front of you so you rest your forehead down to the ground. Keep the elbows lifted to lengthen the arms forwards. Have that sensation from the shoulders back and down. It's a bit of a weird one. Just roll them back and down into place. It will feel weird, but it's absolutely fine. Just so you have that open feeling across your chest and releasing tension from the shoulders. Option here to keep the palms of the hands flat down onto the ground, or lift the palms as if you had a tennis ball underneath each hand, so just the pads of your fingertips pressed into the ground to intensify the stretch here and bring your awareness to your breathing. As you hold here, connecting to your natural breath, aiming to inhale and exhale in and out of the nose to your normal everyday rhythm and flow of breathing. And then bringing that awareness to today's session, that idea of having more confidence in your outer being. So allowing yourself to walk and stand taller and show a confident you from the outer as well as the inner self. From here, if those palms are lifted, press the palms back down and then start to gently walk your hands back into a tabletop position for cat-cows. Hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips, fingers widely spread. Press away from the ground to have that protraction across your shoulders, but keep a micro bend in your elbows, lengthen your gaze to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift your head up, arch your back into your cow pose. Exhale, drop your head down, round through your spine into your cat pose. And keep on working through your cat-cows here. Bringing that movement into your spine, warming it up for the practice, but also having that visual or that inner feeling of being open each time you come up into a cow and that closed off body language as you go into your cat. Being mindful of that in your day-to-day, having the open feeling as you walk rather than having this closed off feeling as you go through your day-to-day life. When you get there, take one more inhale to come into your cat. A final exhale to release down into your cow. So then come back to a neutral spine, that halfway point in between both poses. Stepping your right foot in between the hands so your right knee tracks over your right ankle. Lift yourself up. Reach your right arm out in front so your right palm faces up to the ceiling. Take your left hand and then pull the fingers towards you. Stretch out the wrist here. So even though we're focusing on being more open across your chest and loosen up into the shoulders, it's quite a bit of upper body work that you might feel as well. So let's just stretch out the wrist as you hold here. Take one more inhale. When you exhale, take the hands behind you, fingers face down as your hands rest onto your sacrum. Elbows want to come in towards one another behind you. Take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, sink your hips forwards. Very gentle back bend as you open across your chest. Feel free to take your head back. We're still warming up the body, so no need to go too much into this one. Hold here. Take one more inhale. Exhale, come back to centre. Frame your right foot. Bring your right knee back to meet your left knee. Left foot comes forwards in between hands, left knee tracks over ankle as you lift yourself up once more. This time taking your left arm out in front, so palm faces up to the ceiling. Take your right hand to draw the hands towards you, hold it here, take a moment to breathe into that stretch. One more inhale. Exhale, bring the hands onto your sacrum once more, fingers face down, elbows wrapping towards one another. Take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, sinking those hips forwards, hold here, feel that open vein across your chest as you hold it here. Take another inhale in. As you exhale, come back to centre, frame your left foot, step your left knee back to meet your right knee. So then tuck your toes and then up and back into that downward facing dog. As always, adjusting yourself so your feet are hip distance apart, your fingers are nice and widely spread. Press the heels down to the ground, press into the pads of your fingertips, let your head release down. Gently pedal up your knees, you exhale to bend one knee, inhale on a transition, exhale bending the opposite knee to bring that movement into your downward facing dog. Just walk it out, warm up your legs as well. And then find stillness once more back in your downward facing dog. You take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, bringing yourself forwards into that high plank position. Adjust yourself with your hands underneath your shoulders. Keep those fingers widely spread. Press away from the ground to find that protraction once more. Lift your navel into your spine, draw your heels back, micro bend in the elbows. You can have the knees down for that modification. Not holding here for too long. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale the knees up, bring them down, release your toes. Slowly release down through modified Chaturanga. Inhale, come up into a cobra only here. So keep your chest nice and low, with your shoulders back and down. Find that open feeling across your chest as you bring the shoulders back to find that lengthening through your back body. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, press up and back into a downward facing dog. One more time, take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, come forwards into that high plank. So again, you can either go down now through modified Chaturanga like we just did, or full Chaturanga. So take another inhale in. Exhale, lower down. Inhale up into your cobra or your upward facing dog, but hold it here. So even if you're in cobra, hold where you were before. If you're in upward facing dog, knees down or off the ground, it's absolutely fine. Roll the shoulders back and down. So for that release in your shoulders, chest shines forward. Open up across your chest and your collarbone. Take another inhale in. As you exhale, press up and back into a downward facing dog. Take your right leg up to sitting into a three-legged dog. Keep your right hip dropped down. Take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, step your right foot in between the hands so your right knee tracks over your ankle as you lift yourself up into that high lunge position. Taking your right hand out in front, palm faces up. Left arm crosses over. Wrap the arms around so your palms meet in the middle. Lift those shoulders up nice and high. Love an eagle arm to kind of release tension in those shoulders, but also find a way to kind of open up across your back body as well as you hold here and feel that beautiful stretch in your arms. Take a deep inhale in. As you exhale over the arms, bring your left hand down to the ground. Take your right hand up to the ceiling into that twist. Now this might be as far as you want to take the next option. You can, however, step back into a side plank. Your right foot can be on top of the left leg, the right foot can be in front, or the left knee can come all the way down for that modification. So pick what feels comfortable for you. Take your gaze either up to the ceiling or down to the ground if that's enough for your neck, but keep that feeling of being open across your chest and that right shoulder rolling back. If you fancy an extra challenge, feel free to lift your right leg off your left leg. Wherever you are, now find your way into a wild thing. So if you're into a twist, come at least to a modified side plank. So you can step your right foot behind into wild thing. So you could literally, let me just show you, be from the knee down and then step your right foot behind. So you find that open chest position. That could be a modification for wild thing. If you're coming from your full side plank, stepping your right foot behind so your left leg stays nice and long. Pressing your hips up, reaching the arm back as you hold here and breathe into it once more. Take another deep inhale in. As you exhale, slowly find your way back into a high plank position, taking your vinyasa from here, full or modified Chaturanga. Inhale up to cobra and upward facing dog. Exhale, push up and back into a downward facing dog. Left leg goes up to sitting into a three-legged dog. Take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, step your left foot in between the hands, your left knee tracks over your ankle, lifting yourself up into that lunge position. This time taking your left arm out in front, so palm faces up, cross the right arm over, wrap the arms around so palms meet in the middle, lift the shoulders up nice and high. Have a moment to hold here. Breathe into it. So again, feel that beautiful stretch across your shoulders. It's starting to release tension there. Always thinking about this idea of being more confident. So you want to loosen tension in the shoulders so you can feel freeness in that part of the body. Take one more inhale. As you exhale off the arms, bring your right hand down and your left hand goes up to the ceiling. So you can look down or you can look up. You can stay here or step back once more into a side plank. So don't forget, modifications, left foot can go in front or right knee can come down as you hold here. So you have those different alternatives. You take one more inhale. Exhale, stepping the left foot back into wild thing. So if the right knee is down, step the left foot back so you find more of an open feeling across your chest. Obviously from your full side plank, keep the right leg straight, step your left foot back and hold or push your hips up towards the ceiling as you hold here. Taking one more inhale where you are. On the exhale, find your way back into a high plank. Modified or full Chaturanga as you exhale down. Inhale up into Cobra or upward facing dog. From here into a child's pose. Toes together, knees either side of the mat. Lengthen your arms out in front. Rest your forehead down to the ground. Have a moment to reconnect with the theme for today's session, this idea of being more confident you. So finding confidence within your practice to allow you to have better posture and alignment, to lead with your heart being open to life and having this idea of being confident in whatever is to come and accepting each and every day as a beautiful new day and leading with your open heart, but also finding freedom and freeness within your shoulders to allow you to move in a way that lets you come across confident, even if you don't always feel it in your mind. Start to allow the way your body feels and assist you in life, to let your mind have the same awareness. You can look confident in your posture, in your persona, just by how you present yourself in your body with your shoulders back and standing tall. Let that start to influence your mind to think the same thing as well. We often think about the mind influencing the body, but the body can also influence the mind in a fantastic way. Take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, slide forwards and you come on to the mat. Legs glued together here. Interlace your fingers behind you. Press the palms together. Take another deep inhale in. As you exhale, lifting up into that locust pose. So draw the arms away from the body. Press the palms together. Feel that lovely feeling once more as you stretch in your shoulders here. Take a deep inhale in. Exhale, release down. Take your hands underneath your forehead. One top of the other, wiggle your hips from side to side. Bring yourself back to stillness, doing that one more time. Interlace the fingers behind you, press the palms together, take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, lift your head and chest, option to also lift your feet, draw the arms away as you hold here, press the pelvis into the mat. Think more about lengthening from head to toe, so think more lengthening through your body and less about height. But the more you press your pelvis into the ground, the more you draw your shoulders away, your arms away from your body, the more you feel that open feeling in your shoulders, and you then naturally open up across your chest. Take one more inhale. As you exhale, release down. One hand on top of the other, rest your head into your arms, into your hands, and move your hips from side to side. And bring yourself back to being nice and still. Take your hands either side of you, pressing yourself up onto your knees. So knees come underneath the hips for camel. Camel, stay with the toes released out behind you. Start with the hands on your back, so fingers face down towards the ground. Keep the elbows in. Deep inhale into length for the spine. As you exhale, press your hips forwards. I would say, for the most part, this is absolutely fine. This is enough to encourage that open feeling across your chest, that shoulders back position, to help you to loosen up that part of the body. However, if you want to go lower or deeper into the pose, walk your hands behind your legs into the crease behind your knees. Keep pressing your hips forwards as you hold here. If you want to go into your full camel, let your fingers go to your heels. You keep pressing your hips forwards. You keep tilting the head back as you hold here to really feel how beautiful it is to open up in that region of the body. If you've gone for that full version of your camel, start to bring your chin to chest, Walk your hands back up your legs and then into an angry cat. So hands come onto mat, fingers widely spread, knees stay as they were. Take a deep inhale in, exhale round through your back body into angry cat. Hold here to counteract the position in your camel that you were just in as you hold it here and breathe into it. Deep inhales and exhales. Finding your way back to a neutral spine. Knees then come together as you sit onto your heels for hero's pose. With hero's pose, anything going on the knees, this is enough, and if this is too much for your knees, just come to a cross legs position, palms facing down, shoulders back and down, close your eyes, because this might be as much as you need to go to. If you're looking to take it further though into hero's pose, knees stay glued together for every option I'm about to give you. The knees never separate. You take your heels from underneath you and sit into that gap in between your heels, so you literally look like this from the back, but from the front, your knees are still glued together, okay? So that might be enough for you as well. If you want to take it a step further, so we're going a bit more into a back bend here, bring your arms onto the ground, shoulders back and down. Once more, keep pressing out of your shoulders as you hold here and breathe into it. If you do have blocks or anything to hand as well, feel free to stick a block under your bum effectively, if that helps you. And if you're looking to go into a reclined hero's pose, again, knees stay together. Any knee issues definitely don't go into this one whatsoever. You're going to go all the way down to the ground and allow yourself to find stillness here as you hold here. Shoulders press in to the mat. You need that feeling of being open across your chest and your shoulders to hold here, to find that space. Of course, also your thighs, your hip flexors need to find a sense of being loose as well to hold here. So focus on wherever you are. Find stillness in the pose that you have chosen to go to. You're only holding here for another moment or so. Breathe into it. If you have gone for this full version, start to slowly walk yourself back up onto your arms, your chin to chest. Slowly bringing yourself back out into a child's pose. So reversing the action of your legs, toes together now, knees apart. Sit back onto your heels, reach your arms out in front. Again, just thinking how your body helps you to look and appear more confident, and how when you feel great in your body, you have a natural sense of confidence in the bowels anyway. So start to appreciate your body more, start to love how you look, start to grow tall literally by how you stand, by how you walk, by how you carry yourself. That is enough to align you to being a confident person on your journey of self-love. Start to walk your hands back in towards you. Come back to a kneeling position. This time just go for a normal kneeling position. You can sit onto your heels. Taking the back of your left hand in between your shoulder blades. Right hand goes on top. If the hands don't meet, that's fine. Let them rest on your back somewhere. Just make sure the elbows are drawing back as you hold here. Going for Gongosana arms here, your cow face arms. Feel that lovely stretch once more in your shoulders. You can close up the eyes as you hold it here. Breathe into it. Releasing tension, tightness, being open and confident. Take one more inhale. Exhale, release, change sides. Back of your left hand in between the shoulder blades. Sorry, back of your right hand, apologies, back of your right hand in between your shoulder blades. The left hand goes on top. So again, either the palms meet in the middle. If they don't, simply rest them both into the back, but keep drawing the elbows back. You might find that one side is tighter than the other. So for me, my left side is actually tighter, but it's natural. It's often the hand or the side that you don't work with that's the tightest, not always, but often. So it just means you've got to work a bit more on that side of the body, not a big deal. Close up the eyes and breathe into it. Again, thinking about how you can appear more confident in your outer being, and let the outer then start to influence the inner in a good and powerful way. Take an inhale, exhale to release. Feel free to either stay kneeling, which I'm choosing to do, or come to your easy pose now. Choice is absolutely yours. Aiming to bring your hands to prayer to heart centre wherever you are. This is also a great one to kind of feel open across the chest, shoulders back and down. So whether you're cross-legged in easy pose or staying in kneeling, join me in hands to prayer. Shoulders back and down, close your eyes, gently drop your chin to chest. Firmly press those palms in towards one another so you feel that energy there. Without opening your eyes and being guided by my voice alone, having your palms to prayer to heart centre to start with. As you inhale, raise the palms to prayer above the head, but keep the shoulders away from your ears. As you exhale, draw the energy back down to your heart centre. Inhale, raise the hands up above the head. Exhale, draw the hands to prayer to your heart centre. One more time, inhale, raise the hands to prayer above the head. Exhale, draw the hands to prayer to heart centre. Hold now with prayer to heart centre. Thumbs press firmly against the sternum. Again, making sure the chin is still down. Thanking yourself, as always, for showing up to today's practice on the mat. And I most certainly thank you too. Taking one more deep inhale in through the nose. Exhaling out from the mouth to release. Flickering open your eyes to lift the gaze when you're ready. Thank you so much for joining me on this session today. I hope you feel a little bit more confident being able to kind of open up across your chest and more on your shoulders back and down, and feeling that loose, lovely loose feeling in the shoulders where you release that tension and tightness and allow yourself to have that beautiful alignment to stand and walk tall in your day today. If you love this video, please do give it a like. Until next time, take care of yourself. Goodbye.